The Jagerita was created by bartender David Cordoba at the Cabinet Room in London in 2008, and the night that it was first presented to people, both Jeffrey Morganthaler and Simon Difford from Difford's Guide were in attendance. It was Jeffrey Morganthaler that brought it back to Portland because he loved it so much, and in 2014 he put it on the opening menu of his bar, Pepé Le Moko, and it was this action that Simon Difford said was the thing that sort of helped to catapult it into the realm of modern classic cocktails. The Morganthaler version of this drink we've done on the Educated Barfly before. He does a slushy version of it, but since we're going into fall and since this drink is basically an amaro sour, I want to do this cocktail a little bit less like a margarita and a little bit more like an amaro sour. So we're going to do like a fall preparation with this drink. Today we've partnered up with Zbiotics once again for this lovely video. It's always good to have some insurance policy for the next day. And that's where Zbiotics pre-alcohol probiotic comes in. You take one of these little guys before you drink, and then you go out, you have a couple of drinks, you drink responsibly, and the next day you feel right as rain. Zbiotics pre-alcohol probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct that is stored in your gut. It's this byproduct, not necessarily dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Zbiotics pre-alcohol probiotic produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in your gut, where you need it the most. Guys, the holidays are right around the corner, so you know what you should do? You reading my mind? You reading it? You should stock up on Zbiotics pre-alcohol probiotic. That's what you should do. And you know what? You'll have a very nice holiday morning if you get my gist. Head to zbiotics.com/educatedbarfly and use the code educatedbarfly at checkout for 15% off. Thank you, Zbiotics, for sponsoring this episode. Now let's get into making the cocktail. First things first, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. We're gonna do 1/4 of an ounce of 2-to-1 simple syrup. I put the green chartreuse out here, but I needed Cointreau, not green chartreuse. I have to go around and get the Cointreau. All better now. All right. So we're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau. Won't fit. There. And 1.5 ounces of Jagermeister. I said that like that was the last thing I'm gonna put in here, but I'm not. We're gonna do this like a sour. So we're gonna do this with egg white. If you do not like egg white, you do not have to do it with egg white. You can just do it with no egg white, shake it, strain it into your favorite glass. Well, stemmed glass, like a coupe or something, but I'm gonna do this with an egg white.
You can use aquafaba or...
You could use aquafaba if you don't
Fee foam, whatever.
You could use Fee's Miracle Foamer as well, or you could just not, you could do it more like a margarita and less like a sour. Yes, there's many, many different options. Okay, so we're gonna add this together. Give it a nice 30-second dry shake. Let's go. Now we need...
It's a very noisy fridge today.
It is very noisy, yeah. I don't have like big rocks of ice right now. Let me see if I got a bigger rock. Aha, I do, always. All right, 1 big rock of ice plus a small cheater cube for dilution. And to our glass we go. Ooh, I'm liking the way that looking. The fall Jagerita. You know what we need? Marius, you know what we need? We need 1 of...
Our dehydrated citrus.
The Educated Barfly's special custom dehydrated citrus. And we are just going to float that right onto the foam. I think you might have to take a thumbnail of that now. Okay, let's give this guy a taste. I mean, so many people just say, oh, Jagermeister, you can't put it in cocktails. I mean, I think we've already proven on this channel that you can absolutely put Jagermeister in cocktails, and that Jagermeister is basically just another amaro. It is a German amaro, so it's not technically like amaro. It's like, what do the Germans call it? Schnapps. So it's like a schnapps, right? But it is herbal and it's bright. It's kind of mentholated in its flavor profile. It's got a good amount of sugar, and so this drink, because the elements of it have quite a bit of sugar in it. Cointreau has quite a bit of sugar in it, and then also the Jagermeister. You can actually make like a balanced daisy. That being said, we did add 1/4 of an ounce of 2-to-1 simple syrup to it to make sure that we had the balance there, and it is really there. It's got all the Jagermeister flavor that you would expect in this cocktail, but then also it has the Cointreau, which is nice and bright in there, the sharpness from the lime juice that balances everything, and then you've got that little bit of sugar that's just making everything pop. I would think that the Jagermeister would roll over the Cointreau, the oranginess, but it really doesn't. It actually balances pretty nicely. It's funny, someone very recently left a comment on our channel saying that my tasting notes are so similar that it's almost as if I'm like a kindergarten teacher talking to kindergartners, and what I'm saying doesn't really make sense anymore. Not, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter or something. And so I've been a little in my head today about my tasting notes, but I'm not really sure how much more accurate I can kind of be when it comes to describing the flavor of things. I think that this person just recognized that a lot of cocktails taste very similar and there are only very minor adjustments. But to me, those minor adjustments in flavor make very big changes. It's an incredibly good cocktail. I really like this preparation too. It's like bright and it's orangey. It's a little bit more kind of fall-ish in a glass. I think the egg white and that frothy preparation really lends itself to this cocktail well. So I don't know. Should we call this like a Jager Sour?
I thought it was the Jagerita.
It's a Jagerita. Here's the thing. I took the recipe for a Jagerita, the exact recipe. I did not change or alter the recipe in any way. I just added egg white to it to make it a little more fallish. But it's not a margarita anymore because you don't have margaritas or with it's a sour now.
So you changed the recipe?
Well, I put egg white into it, but I didn't change the specs of the cocktail in any way. Like the original cocktail as written by David Cordoba is intact, but I did change the recipe by adding egg white to it. It made it a very different drink.
Yeah.
I don't know if it can be called a Jagerita anymore. It's very much a margarita style drink, but it was also a sour.
Yeah, Jagerita Sour.
Jagerita Sour. I like it. I like the way you think, Marius. All right, there it is, guys. The Jagerita Sour, or the Jagerita, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, and then let's do an outro. And scooch.
Smooch. Who am I going to smooch?
Nobody.
Who am I smooching?
I don't know. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna cut.
All right, guys, it's the end of the episode. So if you like this channel, please hit like, please hit subscribe. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. It helps us with the algorithm and that makes for a happy barfly. And it also helps us out quite a bit. The other thing you should do is check out our website, theeducatedbarfly.com, where we have tons of products that are on sale. We are trying to push those products out to you guys. So we've got some Mai Tai glasses that are 22 karat gold this time. This is the third Mai Tai glass that we have released. It was designed by a really talented guy named Michael Olenkot, also very active in the tiki world, has a great tiki bar called the Hali Kahiki.
You can't go there.
And you can't go there. I actually might be bartending there soon, but you can't come. And then we've got some t-shirts. We've got a really nice, Marius designed a Aloha shirt that we also have on sale. So if you want to go get it, go get it. And yeah, I don't know. See you guys another time.